Hey everybody, and welcome to another Terrainify tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to paint our rocky outcropping tree stands in the dark jungle tan theme. The full list of products and materials used can be found in the description below. These terrain pieces work great as tree stands, but even without the trees, they can be used as rocky outcroppings. So let's get started. For step 1. For step 1, we'll start by base coating the terrain in a rich dark brown or a burnt umber. Now I've already done this step, so we can move on to step 2. For step 2, we're going to dry brush two colors onto the rocky outcropping. A tan color, followed by an off-white color. Starting with a tan color, dry brush just the rocky areas. It's okay if you get a bit of paint onto the flat areas. We'll fix that in a bit. Give the paint a minute to dry and repeat the dry brush using the off-white color. These colors should blend together nicely and give a beautiful contrast to the base coat. Step 3 is flocking. We're going to flock all the flat areas, and that will cover up any of the dry brush colors you may have accidentally gotten onto the flat areas. To start, we're using white PVA glue and applying it using a brush to the flat areas. As a quick tip, it's easiest to use a damp brush so the brush isn't absorbing the glue. Include any flat areas between the rocks and anywhere else you just want the flock to go. Remember, this is a jungle theme, so you will want the flock to be built up around and through the rocks. When you're happy with the glue placement, it's time to add the flock. It is easier to use an empty bin to place the terrain in and dump the flock on it. Use one of the taller rocks to pick up the terrain and gently shake off the excess. At this stage, you can also see where you might need to add more flock, so everything is filled in nicely. Now that our flock is looking good, we can seal it with our thick sealer. The flock will absorb a lot of the glue as it's drying and stay firmly in place. Now set the terrain aside and let it dry for a few hours. Our glue is now dried, so we can move on to the last step. Step 4, adding our jungle plants. We'll go through the process for adding jungle plants here, but if you want more detailed instructions, check out our other tutorial video. For this last step, you'll need your thick superglue, accelerant, and your plants. We use fake plants that aren't so big they look out of place on the terrain, but are still big enough to scale them properly with the minis. You'll also want some plants that are clustered together. These can be used as a base for holding taller plants and are easier to glue. Start by gluing the plant clusters directly to the terrain and adding a couple drops of accelerant to quickly harden the glue. If glued properly, you should be able to gently tug on the plant without it coming off. Try to vary the type of clusters you use. Build up tall plants by using a cluster as a base and a taller vertical area as a backing. Apply the glue onto the stems and insert them close together into the cluster base, adding a drop or two of accelerant so they stay in place. Individual shorter plants can be built using the larger leaves glued at an outward angle as the base and building inward, decreasing the size of the leaves as you work. Flowers can also be added at this stage in the same manner as the taller plants. Adding the glue to the stem and hiding the end in the leaves or clusters, then adding accelerant. Repeat this step until you have as many plants built as you want. And that's it. Your newest terrain is finished. The dark jungle theme is a stunning theme to finish any terrain piece and looks fantastic in so many settings. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also check out Terrainify.com for all of our tiles, models, and STL files. Thanks for watching.